Hello, friends. It's Chapo.
Never had a real job. You don't know what it was like. You don't know what it's like to like be trying to get like a job in retail and worried that your fucking middle manager is going to see you voting for someone who supports unions. Fuck you. You don't know anything about this.
So like the cable news, like they mainly go to like the big caucuses and like the downtown areas of like the major cities in Iowa, which is like, you know, voting groups that like naturally favor Buttigieg, Warren, or you would think Biden. Their coverage of that when they were like looking at the crowds milling around in each corner of the gymnasium, and every single one, the Biden fucking corner looked so fucking sad. It looked so fucking sad.
Yeah.
It was just like a junior high dance where like a couple boys,
all the
just,
boys were in one
just
corner.
over in a corner, just thinking like, I don't know, should I ask Amy to dance? I don't know. I don't know.
However, I really think I should get out of this experience with like a weird silent husband. Some of them are hot.
But okay, here's why it matters though. Here's why it matters. Up until now, it's been at a national level, Sanders and Biden. Coming out of this, Bernie's got a 15-point lead in New Hampshire. He is currently tied with Joe Biden in New Hampshire.
No, in Nevada.
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Yes, he is tied. The last thing I saw, tied with Joe Biden in Nevada.
I think we know where the sport's going.
In Nevada, and trailing by 5 points in South Carolina after he just ate shit. The electable candidate. Yes. Literally, we saw this with our own eyes at his event, and everything I've seen on cable or news or any news coverage of this, his only pitch to voters, the only single thing he is offering them is, I'm the electable candidate that can beat Trump. He is going to finish 4th and maybe even 5th in the Iowa caucus. If you're telling me that those Biden voters aren't, because here's the thing, this is so good for us because the Biden voter, they're just average middle class doofuses.
They want to win.
They just root for the Democratic Party. They want to win. That's it. That's it.
We
Passive.
when we were watching last night, like when like you were in a gymnasium or like corn suppository, where
corn suppository.
Yeah, it's the most corn suppository.
What is this, a William Faulkner novel?
Hey!
Oh, Will went to college.
I meant to say depository, obviously. But
to the corn depository.
Yeah.
My voice is, in case you haven't noticed by now, completely fucking shot.
We get sick. At least one person, if not all of us, gets sick once on tour.
So like, yeah, they would. If like you were in one of those places where like a Warren section collapsed, like it would just be like, this is the worst day of my life. I tried, and if like a Pete section collapsed, same thing. Like dogs. But when Biden, we saw so many where it was just like this is pretty much everywhere where Biden collapsed was totally unviable, and it was clear within a second. And they would interview the Biden guy, and he'd be like, "Well, you know, I'm just gonna stick around here, hopefully get a pop. Want to hear out everyone." And it's like we could get those amiable doofuses easy.
Matt and I covered a real live Iowa caucus on caucus night, and we saw the whole Megillah, like everyone, arranging into sections, and then the realignment happens if you don't meet a 15% threshold. And at our location, the only 3 viable candidates were Bernie, Pete, and Warren. And the Klopp people and the Biden people and the Yang people, they all had like decent sized crowds, like pretty similar. So reps from Pete, Warren, and Bernie, they go to those crowds and they're like aggressive, like, okay, how can I get you into a Bernie Sanders today? And the Amy people and the Biden people, they mostly just kind of scattered around. I didn't see like any like definite big motion. It's kind of hard to see, but I think it's like kind of even on their second choices, which is what polling says. But the Yang people, I would say about half of them went to Bernie. Some needed a little cajoling. Some went immediately to like big applause, but some needed to hear a pitch. And God bless the people working for the Bernie campaign who were at that precinct location, because it looks like they had a hell of a good pitch. I will say, I know there's some Yang people listening to the show. I will say, if you actually happen to be a Yang person who listens to the show, who was caucusing in Iowa, and Yang wasn't viable, and you went out and caucused for Bernie, thank you. That's cool. Thank you. If you are in a later state that does not have this arcane moronic caucus system where you just show up, you go to a booth, you just, make a vote, and then you leave, if you're still planning to vote for Andrew Yang, do not do that. Andrew Yang will not win. He's not viable. Like,
Loser.
This is proven. And I'm sure whatever often the thing is, often people who like Andrew Yang for political reasons. There's a not just because he has the best memes or whatever. Often they articulate they believe that Andrew Yang is he wants to redistribute money in this country, something like that. They think that he represents a revolutionary ideal, he's really, this guy's going to really change the system, man, and he's going to fix poverty and all that stuff.
They think that UBI is redistribution.
Yes, they think that, and it's like, look, I'm not going to argue with you on that, but I promise you that whatever you're thinking about Andrew Yang is, and why you think he's cool, is 100% true about Bernie Sanders. But I don't even have to argue about that. It is a wasted vote at this point. That is proven last night. Andrew Yang came out of Iowa with 0 delegates. And he had 5% of the vote before realignment and approximately 0% after realignment.
Lose the 0, get with the hero.
Get with a hero.
Yes.
Get with a hero. We will welcome you with
Look,
open
there's a
arms.
female voice saying that. You guys have to listen.
I will say this: we will, with Warren supporters, okay, there's going to be a little tough love there. Okay, you're going to have to go through some kind of reprogramming. But if you're a Yang person, our message is, hey, come on in.
Yeah,
Pool's fine.
If you're a Yang person, like, God bless you. We'll watch MythBusters with you. we love
How it's made.
Yeah, we'll watch
love that.
all that shit that you love. We love games over here, a lot of us. We're going to get along. This is going to be Homer meeting Gerald Ford.
Yes. Join the winning team.
Nachos.
Yes. We guarantee it. If you are one of the clones that Tom Steyer made to vote for him, make him reconstitute you in New Hampshire. We're all going to be a happy family.
By the way,
Seriously,
this
a
isn't
winning family.
This is an aside. I can't find the exact number again, but Chris, maybe you remember this. I read it to you in the car. How much money that Tom Steyer spent on TV advertising in Iowa? I believe it was like $18 million.
I just saw this quoted online. $14 million
$14 million.
for 0.7% of the vote.
Less than that.
Tom-
And he lost to Andrew Yang in Iowa. And again, I just told you Andrew Yang also lost and got 0.
Tom, you will have all the friends you would ever want if you join us.
Here's the thing, though, and this goes back to why Biden completely collapsing matters. And like this is what I'm going to say now. It is sort of like data by anecdote, but it's what I got here, and it's what I've experienced this week, and I'd like to share it with you. I talked to so many people, Bernie Journey people, or people from Iowa who are knocking doors for like either they came here this week, this weekend, or here the whole fucking month doing this. And I would always ask them, like, what was your canvassing experience like? Did you have any interesting conversations? Did you get to ring the Bernie sales bell? Did you did you close any deals? Who were the hardest people to talk to or convince? They said overwhelmingly that it is so much easier to talk to a knock on a Biden door.
What did I say?
No, knock on a Biden door, and I'm sorry, knock on a Trump door.
What did I say?
Than it is to talk to any one of these Warren and Buttigieg supporters who, I'm sorry, are fucking brainwashed. And now the Warren people, look, they were going into Iowa thinking they had a chance to win this. We'll see where they shake out after that. Buttigieg people, gone forever. Unreachable.
Yeah.
Like I said, cast them into perdition.
Freaks.
Mutants.
Cast them into absolute.
They are Tahine.
Cast them into perdition. So because the thing is, it's easier because like the Biden people, everyone likes Bernie. They just don't think he can win, or they just want someone who is electable. Well, Biden obviously is not electable. And
He's lost half his jacks. Don't even get me started where he's pulling with skirts now.
They don't even let him play Santa at his own family's Christmas parties anymore.